Look at me actually filming outside the house for a change. It's not one of my favorite Brandon Sandersons, for sure. This is not how I planned to end this vlog. Hello, welcome to a new reading vlog. This is going to be the first weekly, hopefully, vlog for the Magical Readathon, the Realmathon, and just April, I guess. And I'm very excited for it. So let's just check my TBR again. I have a whole video, so if you haven't watched it, I do recommend because I mentioned there all the prompts and why I picked each book. But let's look at it. This is what I have to pick from in April, which is a lot, and I'm not reading any of these. Today's April 1st, which means that it's a day for Secret Project number 2, which is the secret projects that Brandon Sanderson has been doing this year, and I'm reading it on my Kindle. I'm not going to talk about what the book is, the title of the book. I'm not going to put pictures of the cover here, because I know people have been very sensitive about it, but I'll talk about what I'm thinking about the book as I'm reading it. So that's as far as I'll go, but in my wrap-up at the end of the month, you'll have the full review and synopsis and all of that about Secret Project number 2. I don't know how long it's going to take me to read that book. Probably this weekend is going to be just that. And then I'll see during the week what I'm going to pick, but I'll let you know, and I'm going to find out and decide what I'm putting this book, which prompt I'm putting this book on for Magical Readathon and for Realmathon, because there are some options there. Other than that, I'm hoping to read a lot in April, and in this vlog, I'm going to go watch Dungeons & Dragons this week as well, so I'll give you my thoughts about it. I'm very, very excited about this movie. And when I'm done with the book, or when I have thoughts to share, although this is going to be one of the books that I'm going to share the least about, just because like I said, I know people have been sensitive about it. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm like 18% in the book. And I think that's it for introduction. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the Magical Readathon and Realmathon. And I hope you're having fun with it as well. If you're participating, just let me know in the comments. Look at me actually filming outside the house for a change. That never happens. Not that I'm in public, I'm just in the car because we're going to Montreal to go to a cat cafe, which I'm very excited for. It's going to be awesome. But while we're on the way, I thought I'd give you an update about how my reading is going. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about anything about the book, just my feelings, I guess, which is very hard. But I'm on around 40% maybe, chapter 17, wherever that is, and I'm still enjoying it, but it has not, like, it would be hard for it to captivate me as much as Stress did, because Stress is already one of my favorite books of all time, so it's hard to hope that this book would pass that or reach that level. But it's okay, it's fine, it's fun, there are funny moments, it's interesting so far. What else can I say without actually talking about anything in the book? That is almost impossible. Okay, I'm a little bit annoyed with the main character, just because of how the book sets up for that main character to be. And the other characters are interesting, but we're following the main character, like it's in first person, so we're always following him. So we don't know much about the other characters yet, but I'm enjoying it. I'll let you know what I think about it when I actually finish the book, which hopefully is going to be in the next few days. It's very easy to read, I'll say that as well. I hope it's not too bumpy, but we're going over the bridge. See, you can see the bridge there. Awesome. But yeah. Do people still use selfie sticks? How do people actually film in the car? Because this is hard. But I'll give you an update later, and I'll film some of the cats in the cafe for you to see as well. I finished 2 books. Okay, so last time I talked to you, I was like halfway through Secret Project 2, I almost said the name of the book, and I finished it. And I also finished an audiobook that I started yesterday and I finished today because it was really short, which was The Silver, just Silver, no, there's no the, Silver in the Wood. But I will talk about both of those in a second because I also got a package from Indigo. This is a pre-order that I made last year, I think. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I don't know much about the book. But let's open it together. Of course, the thing didn't work. This is a paperback. I did not know this was a paperback. Okay, this is Paradise 1 by David Wellington. I don't, like I said, I don't know much about the book. I know that it's a sci-fi and it sounded interesting. So it just says here that Paradise 1, Earth's first deep space colony for thousands of people. It was an opportunity for a new life until it went dark. So it's like sci-fi in space. I'm trying to read more sci-fi this year, so I bought it. I really didn't know it was a paperback, which is fine. I just don't remember if it was the price of a hardcover. But now I have it and I'll read it at some point. I wanted to put it on my April, on my Magical Readathon TBR, but then I saw that it's over 600 pages, so I'll leave it to another month. But I do want to read it and it sounds interesting. But let's talk about the books that I finished. So like I said, I finished Secret Project number 2, and I really enjoyed that, but I'm going to forget about like the actual plot of the story. I'm going to forget it very easily. It's not something that's going to stay in my mind for long. It's not one of my favorite Brandon Sandersons for sure. But I saw the review that Murphy posted earlier today, and she has the exact same thoughts that I do. So if you don't mind a little bit of spoilers, because she does talk more about what the story and like what happens in the book and even the title. If you don't mind that, I would definitely suggest you check her video. She also recommends a bunch of other reviewers that talked about the book, because it's exactly my same thought, the same thoughts that I have. But I will say here some things. First of all, I'll say that my favorite part about the whole book were the doodles that are in the bottom of the pages. So the way that the Secret Projects works is that Brandon Sanderson got different artists for each of the books, and he just gave the artists complete full freedom to do whatever they wanted with the book. And in this one, the artist was, oh hello, and in this one the artist was Steve Argyle, which I think he works with him, like he works in Brandon Sanderson's company, and he did an amazing job. So we have all the full illustrations that were expected, but he also did some doodles in the bottom of the pages, not all the pages, but most of the pages, that on their own they tell a story that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual story of the book. And it's really cute, it's adorable, and just, it was so unexpected. And when I realized that it was actually telling a story, I went back and looked at it, and just like, I was waiting every page as I was reading the main story, I was waiting to see the next part of the Doodles story. So that was definitely my favorite part of the whole book. Does that count? It is part of the experience, so I think that gave more stars for the book, in my opinion. The other thing that was another highlight of the book for me was that there is a book inside the book. So no spoilers, but in the first page of the book, the main character wakes up in a place that he doesn't know where he is, and he had these pages with him that exploded, and a lot of them are missing, and we get some of those pages throughout the story. Those were amazing. It was so funny, so humorous, the exact type of humor that I like, and I was having a lot of fun with those parts of the story that I really wished we had more of that in the actual story of the book, because the main story was fine. It was okay, it was fun. I didn't dislike it by any means, but like I said, I'm not gonna remember it for a long time. But I will remember the doodles, and I will remember that insertion of those pages throughout the story for sure. But I gave it 4 stars. I think it was entertaining, it was fun. I wish it could have done with another point of view. There was one specific side character that I think would be a great addition to have her point of view in the story, but it was all told in first person. So that's it. Those are my thoughts, completely spoiler free, including the title of the book. But it was a fast read and I enjoyed it, and I'm now very excited for the 3rd book. I think Secret Project number 1, Tress, was the perfect type of story that I love, the type of whimsical, self-aware humor that I really love. And in this one, we have the illustrations of Tress were amazing. The illustrations of this book, the main full color illustrations, were not exactly the style that I enjoy so much. They were okay, they were good, but the added illustrations with those 2 things that I said, the doodles and the pages, were fantastic, and they definitely raised how much this book can be awesome. So I'm excited to see the next Secret Project. I want to see if the story is going to captivate me more than the format that the story is told or something, but I'm excited and we're looking forward to July. But then, like I said, I finished... What did I finish? Silver in the Wood, the audiobook. It's like 2.5 hours long. I started one day when I was doing the dishes, and then I finished this morning when I was getting ready for work. So it was really quick, and I really liked it. It was 3.5, I think, rounding up to 4. It was really cute, very whimsical also, but more like the story of the book. Let's start there. The story is that it's a very short novel, so I'm not going to say much. But there's this man who lives in the woods, and there's this boy, this young man that shows up in the woods, and they kind of form a bond, and stuff happens, and they're like dryads in the woods, and it's very magical. The writing was really beautiful. It's not exactly the type of story that I like, but it was short enough for me to enjoy it for what it was. So as much as we got in the story, I enjoyed it. If it was longer, I would have been bored for very, very quickly. But I liked it, and it fulfills the prompt for Magical Readathon of having a medal in the title because it's silver in the wood. We're going to figure that out in a second, but I actually already started another book, which is The Tyranny of Faith. It is the longest book on my TBR for April, but it is the one that I'm most in the mood to read right now. It's the 2nd book in the Empire of the Wolf trilogy, which is why I'm reading it for the Magical Readathon, because there's one prompt, which is for shapeshifting. That is book with a wolf in the title somewhere. This is the bookmarks that G created for the readathon. I bought the whole set, and now I can actually use the one for the book that I'm reading as I'm reading it, and that's just really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do now for audiobooks because I don't want to listen to any of these books in audio, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to read all of those physically. So I'm probably going to pick something different that is not here. So it's going to be a new book for the TBR. So let's figure out what I got from the books that I finished already. That was my main reason to do this vlog, because I forget to log the books for the readathons. So I'm doing it right now with you. So I opened the form for the Magical Readathon here. And let's see, which guild am I? I'm in the Archivists. Which one I completed? I have no idea. Which one was... Oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's start with Silver in the Wood. That was for alchemy. Okay, so let me go back to the thing. Alchemy, okay. What was the name of your tome? Silver in the Wood. How many pages? I believe, let me check Goodreads. It has 112 pages. I did finish. And I don't have a mage name, so I'll leave that blank. And now let's submit secret project number 2. I'm still in the Archivists. And that was for... Okay, so secret project number 2 was for the prompt of Artificery, which is to start a book with a snack. So Artificery, let's pick that. I'm gonna put the name of the book here. And it was 400 pages. I did finish it and submit it. Okay, perfect. Magical Readathon is easy. Now we're going to Realmathon. Realmathon is complex. Okay, let's go to the submission form. I'm on Team Ilma. Let's start with secret project number 2 because I have the title copied. It was 400 pages. I did not read it in the special time that you get extra points. Were you increasing a realm's magic or decreasing another realm's magic? I have no idea which one is better. Okay, I think it was for attack because I picked it for 2023 release. So we might as well just do that because that's going to be easier for me. So let's see which prompts I can fit for secret project number 2. Is it on voices? It's not on voices. I'm going from bottom to top because it's the most points. A word related to another realm, not your own, in the title, for sure, yes. It's still a book from an enemy TBR. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are reading this book. I wouldn't be able to say who I'm stealing from, but I think I could put that. Let's see the others. Dysfunctional family, not exactly. Title is a movement, no. Author is a pseudonym, no. Isolated setting, not exactly. A book you didn't buy, no. A book that plays with time, yes. Title is a place, but not a proper noun. No? 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 Illustrated spine, probably, but I have no idea because I just read the ebook. We don't have the physical book yet to see what it looks like. A monster on the cover, no. TBR vet, no. 2023 release, yes. Debut, no. Audiobook, yes, I did listen to the audiobook and read the ebook at the same time, so it could work. I have 4 so far, and I'm gonna put the first one, read the dark cover. It is dark, it's not black, but it's dark, so I'll put that. It is on my realm's genre because it is a sci-fi, but it's also a fantasy, so it's a hybrid genre. Does it count as self-published? I guess it counts as self-published because it was self-published by Brandon Sanderson. Okay, and submit. I guess I got a lot of points for this one. Let's do Silver in the Wood now. Still on Ilma. Which book is it? Silver in the Wood. It was 112 pages. I did not read next weekend. I think I'm gonna do the same thing again because, I don't know, I think it's just easier. I already know the prompts. Let's start from the bottom again. On voices, I don't know. A word related to another realm. Could wood fit for fantasy? I don't know, probably not. Still a book, no. Dysfunctional family, not exactly. Title is a movement, no. Author is a pseudonym, no. Isolated setting, I would say yes, because we're very isolated in that forest and there's nothing from outside impacting it. A book you didn't buy. I used script. I pay for script, but I didn't pay for the book, so I guess it counts. A book that plays with time, no. Time is a proper place, but not a proper noun. No. I would also say this is a TBR vet because I've had the ebook for this book for a long time and I haven't read it. I don't know if it's a debut, but it was an audiobook and it is a dark cover. Okay, so we have 5. It's not on my realms genre because it's just fantasy. It's also not a hybrid genre. I guess it could be fantasy and magical realism, but I'll just say say it's not. It's not indie or self-published, so I did not complete a bonus prompt. Okay, perfect. Sent. And that's it for the points for the 2 books that I finished. Now until next week, I'm going to focus on Tyranny of Faith. When I know which audiobook I'm going to listen to next, I'll let you know when I have more things to say, I guess. And tonight I'm going to go watch Dungeons and Dragons. I'm very excited for it. I've played not a lot, I played a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons in the past few years, and I just played a one-shot campaign like 2 weeks ago, so I have a lot of things very fresh in my mind, so I'm very excited to watch this movie. Everyone's been saying that it's just a lot of fun for people who know D&D and who play it, so I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't have expectations that it's going to be the best movie I've ever watched. I just think it's going to be entertaining, and that's all I want from it. So after I watch it, I'll let you know what I thought about it. This is not how I planned to end this vlog. I had a lot of other more fun plans, but here's what happened since you last saw me. So on Tuesday night we went to the movies, and if I put the clip here, the last thing I filmed was us walking into the movie theater, and we went to watch Dungeons and Dragons. It was a really good movie, I definitely recommend. But what happened is that after we got out of the movies, our car had been stolen. I just wasn't there. So I spent Tuesday night with the police and just outside in the cold for a long time. Our home keys were in the car, so we also had to wait for a locksmith, and the whole thing just took forever. And because I was out in the cold for all that time, I got very sick. So it's been a really rough week since 2 days ago, which means that I did not read. I'm like 40 pages in Tyranny of Faith, and I did not start any audiobooks because I had to figure out a lot of stuff with insurance and all of that. We're fine. Like, I don't know what else to say about that, but it happened and we're fine and we're dealing with it, but there's a lot of stuff to figure out with insurance and the police and all of that. But also with me being sick, like yesterday was Wednesday, I got a fever that dragged to today, so I was non-existent. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't read because I couldn't focus on words on the pages. I couldn't listen to audiobooks because my ears were aching, and my voice is still not good because I'm still not well. But I wanted to film this and close this vlog just so we would have an end video, an end clip. So my plans really were to read more this week, but it just wasn't the case. It didn't happen, but tomorrow is Friday and we have Friday and Monday off for Easter. So I have 4 days weekend to, first of all, get better, but also to read when I'm feeling like I can. My brain is working very slowly, so I'm reading this is not the best book to read when you're sick because it's a difficult language. It's not the easiest language to read, so I'm reading it very slowly and like every single word and sentence at a time. So it's going very slowly. So I don't know, maybe I'll just put this down and pick another book that might be faster to get through this for the weekend that we have. But mostly I'm just gonna try to get better. So we'll see what will happen. I'm even filming this on my pajamas, but that's where we're at right now. Because I know people are going to ask, they did find the car. It was told, it's going to be towed back to a place near us, which is good, but overall both the police and the insurance are being very helpful, which is the most we could ask for in this situation. And yeah, that's what's happening. That's how I'm ending this. I hope next week I have a more uplifting and upbeat vlog. For sure I have a lot of Easter things because I know my husband is putting together a lot of chocolate and I have no idea what he bought, but he said he bought a lot of cool chocolate things for me for Easter, because he knows it's one of my favorite holidays. So I'm very excited for it. And it's definitely going to cheer me up. Oh, I have one news, I guess. I received my copy of Traz. I didn't know, I received it yesterday and I didn't open it yesterday because it took all my energy to just get out of bed, to go to the door and pick the box up. So I didn't want to open it in that state. But I opened it today to help cheer me up, and it definitely did, because this is really nice. This is a special edition. So we have a pen. I'm not gonna show you all the details because it's all over the internet. I was one of the last ones to receive this box. But this book is gorgeous, and it's one of my favorite books. I thought about just setting everything aside and just rereading it right now, but I want to do that when I'm feeling better and when I can actually tab it and enjoy it properly. But I'm very happy about this. I didn't film the unboxing because I was sick. So my plan now is still to do weekly vlogs, or maybe I'll extend the next vlog a little bit more, but I'm gonna start it when I have Easter content or book content to share, which might be on like 2-3 days from now. But if you watched the whole vlog, I really appreciate it so much. Thank you, and I really hope you enjoyed it and you're going to subscribe or be here for the next weekly vlog. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye!